We're hearing a lot of talk today and in the communications industry about content, about brands becoming content owners, media owners. What do you think of that? And what would your advice be? I mean, you are the professionals at creating fantastic content. What do you think about all these brands coming into your territory, and what's your advice to them?
Well, and I got no good advice for them. I advise them not to, would be my advice. But who do you have in mind?
Well, say Procter & Gamble or Target. We were hearing from Dusty earlier about, they're content owners now. And Procter & Gamble calls its comms team the producers. There are broadcasters going into the public relations profession, both in agency and Nissan in Japan. I was there this year. Has its own TV studio. They're going to utilize their assets and their Formula One sponsorship assets to do daily shows. They're almost kind of taking you on.
I tell you, I am happy to accept the characterization that the communications that people do around their company is content. I got no issue with that. I think content is harder than people think, and I'm always interested when people declare themselves content companies. We're going to go in the content business. People ask me, are you concerned that Microsoft is going to become a content company, or Google is going to become a content company? And I don't spend much time awake at night tossing and turning worried that a whole bunch of consumer product companies and a whole bunch of technology companies are going to become content companies. It's hard. Budweiser tried to create their own website at one point. Gee, why do we need these guys who understand content? We can create content. Coca-Cola, at one point decided they were going to be a content company. It's just not that easy. And the landscape is littered with companies that unsuccessfully tried to become content companies. I am hard-pressed to think of what technology companies, what consumer products companies have successfully transitioned into content companies. Comcast is a distribution company. They bought a content company. Okay, you can buy content. DirecTV is a distribution company. They bought Sunday Ticket from the NFL. That's using content on behalf of your company. But I always ask the question, tell me the content companies, Microsoft was going to be a content company and they retreated. They're not a content company. I don't think Apple, people talk about Apple, I don't think Apple has the ambition to be a content company. Steve Jobs rather smartly said, we will take other people's content and use it to drive our hardware and to drive our business. But I don't, I accept the characterization that if Target is doing quality communications, they have a studio to doing it. But when Target decides we're going to go into the publishing business to do cookbooks because we can do that, maybe they are, I don't know. I know somebody's here from Target. I don't want to offend them. But it just generally doesn't work. They're generally not very good at it, and they're usually conflicted, which causes them at some point not to be very good at it.